The story behind Phylogica, which is based in Western Australia, we are listed on the ASX, the ticker is PYC. We are a drug discovery platform focused on peptides. Now, peptides are small fragments of proteins, and what we've developed at Phylogica is a unique libraries of natural peptides that derive from bacterial genomes. And these bacteria are sourced from extreme environments like volcanoes and deep sea volcanic vents and geysers. So it means that the structures of the peptides that we can source from our libraries have unique drug-like properties that you wouldn't be able to find from other peptide sources. And we've integrated those libraries into a one-stop shop drug discovery engine with high-throughput screening techniques and techniques for optimizing those peptides to make them drug-like or more drug-like. And our business model is around discovery alliances. So we work with pharmaceutical companies that are interested in accessing our libraries against therapeutic targets and diseases that are of interest to them. And our deal structures are such that we generate revenue right from the get-go through fee-for-service payments, but we also, importantly, build value through downstream milestones and ultimately royalties on sales of any drugs that materialize from our collaborations. So our current position in the marketplace is that we have been commercializing our platform now for 2.5 years, since 2009, and we've been very successful in our Discovery Alliance model. We've signed up 4 large pharmaceutical companies to date. We're working in a chronological order. We're working with Roche, a Swiss pharmaceutical company, in discovering peptides that can travel across the blood-brain barrier, which has been a challenge for big biological drugs, and target neurodegenerative diseases. We're working with MedImmune, which is the biologics unit of AstraZeneca, on targeting a hospital-acquired superbug, and so they're sourcing from our libraries novel antibiotics. We're working with Pfizer in their vaccine group to develop a therapeutic vaccine against an exciting target that's of interest to them. And our most recent collaboration has been with Janssen, which is the pharma group of Johnson & Johnson. And we're working with them to find peptides from our libraries that can carry payloads across the cell membrane and target really what's been intractable and challenging for the industry to date, therapeutic biology that goes on inside of a cell. So we are really now at a position where, with those 4 relationships behind us and many in discussions, that we're really on a very strong trajectory to take the company through to cash sustainability. Well, Phylogica has a very strong board and management team comprised of individuals with skills both from industry, big pharmaceutical industry, from the biotech industry, and also scientifically. Our chairman is Dr. Doug Wilson. He was formerly head of medicine at Boehringer Ingelheim, a large German pharmaceutical company, and he's now active in an executive role as chairman. Our CEO and our scientific founder is Dr. Paul Watt. So Paul was pivotal in developing the Phylogica platform, which is our trademark for our peptide libraries. He conducted his work at the Institute of Child Health Research in Western Australia, and he's previously had positions at Harvard and at Oxford, so a very accomplished scientist. Myself, Nick Wolf, I'm the Chief Financial Officer and VP of Corporate Development. I was formerly at a biotech company in the UK, Oxford Biomedica, a very successful company there, and before that in capital markets as a life science banker and analyst. And below that we have a broad management team, particularly around R&D, which have very credible skills both in peptide drug discovery through industry and academia. So the last 12 months has been really an interesting and quite transformative period for the company. We signed at the end of calendar 2011 our largest deal to date. This is with Janssen, which I mentioned briefly before. Potentially multiple candidates could come to market. So this is using our peptides to deliver a therapeutic payload developed by Janssen into various different cell types. It's a wonderful relationship, been going well. They've paid us close to $2 million to date since the end of last year, and we're looking potentially at expanding that relationship into other areas. Also this year, in the last 12 months, we've been able to achieve a very key milestone in our collaboration with Pfizer. So this is with the vaccines group, and we were able to deliver on the first stage of the collaboration, which is to find peptides that met the objectives asked of us, that elicited an immune response against the target that they came to us with. And that triggered a financial payment, and the peptides are now within Pfizer being evaluated, hopefully with a view to Pfizer exercising its option to license those and take them through development. We have very recently announced a deal with a cosmetics company based out of New York called Le Métier Beauté, which is a slightly non-core activity for us, but it's to use a peptide that we had identified from our library that has potent skin repair and prevention of long-term skin damage properties. It derives, very interestingly, from a bacteria called Pyrococcus, which is an extremophile that lives in undersea vents in the Pacific Ocean. And that's maybe part of the reason it has these properties. And we signed a deal with them for them to launch a range of high-end premium skincare products, primarily in the US. Well, the next 12 months we anticipate to be very busy for the company. Our business development, commercial activities have really never been busier in terms of the number of opportunities that we currently have in discussion. In fact, we currently have sort of 5 prospective deals at the stage of term sheet negotiation or contractual negotiation. And these include some very significantly larger deals than we've done previously. They're all with high quality pharmaceutical companies or biotech companies. And we're hoping to get some of those across the line in the next few months. Secondly, over the next 12 months, we also anticipate obviously progress with our existing collaborators. And this means not just the progress of the current collaborations, but hopefully expanding some of our relationships to other areas as well. Really, over the next 2 years, we see an evolution of the business model where we look, as Phylogica, we look to retain more downstream value from some of the deals that we undertake, and that includes co-development rights, where we can invest in the development of our peptides alongside our partners, and in doing so, then reap higher royalties and milestones potentially from the success of those products. Similarly, obviously, in terms of our financials. We reported revenue for FY12 of $2 million, and we believe that our current deals and also those anticipated will drive that to a very steep curve with the objective of taking the company to cash sustainability over the next 2 years. Well, the message I would give to future potential shareholders is that this is a very exciting time to be involved with Phylogica. We've had delays in signing new deals over recent months, and that has been because of restructurings and reviews and internal machinations within some of the prospective farmers that we've been talking to. But now we're in a position where we have real clarity on our deal flow, and we see a number of deals happening over the next 12 months that really could be transformative for the company and very value added. And coupled with the progress of our existing collaborations, we really see this as an exciting time for new shareholders. Well, we're a publicly traded company, so the ticker is PYC on the ASX, so obviously all our ASX announcements are accessible through the market. Our website is a very good place to start if you're looking to do research on the company. We have all our scientific publications on there, people that are interested in looking at the technical side of the company, as well as all our investor information and investor presentations. Our website is phylogica.com, and my contact details are on there for anyone who's interested in finding out more.